Hello, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to talk about the Canucks Leafs game that happened a few hours ago, and yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad to say the least. So let's get right to it. Oh, yeah, we lost 7-3, so got obliterated by the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it was bad. It was ugly. I wanted to talk about, actually I was gonna post a video about the Canucks Senators game, and then I had a second period like analysis of like basically the entire period, but YouTube had a copyright strike on NHL 66 the website, so I couldn't put that out. I'll be trying to get another video or something like that. I'll try to edit it better or whatever. And then I was gonna make a Montreal Canadiens recap, the one where we lost 5-3. I was gonna say a lot of positives because we played well overall. I think our fight back was good, and then getting within a goal was really good. And then the Miller thing happened with his no hustle, but overall we played a solid road game. But tonight there's just no excuse. A few hours ago I was like screaming and then kind of just laughing and then kind of just giving up. But yeah, let's get right to it. Pre-game I said we just need to survive the second period, and I asked the same question: can we get more shots than Toronto? Because against Montreal and then Winnipeg before, we did. So that was much better for us. And then expecting a back and forth speed game. What's happening to my eyes? And then limit giveaways, please. A player to watch was Horvat and Matthews. So we'll go back to this. And then finally, expecting the top line, the Lotto line of Pedersen, Miller, and Besser to rip it up. Actually, spoiler alert, they all played on different lines, and come out blazing and continue that for at least 45 minutes. So early goal by Austin Matthews, blazes by Miller, who was back checking, and then scores 5 hole. But yeah, Demko needs to make that save, and I agree. I think Green made the right decision with going with Demko tonight. He's been really good, but that was a bad goal. Canucks answered back pretty quickly though. Hoglander, Pedersen, and Pearson. That was a really good. That was a pretty good line to start, and they worked hard in the corner. And then Hoglander and Pearson were whacking at the puck, and Pearson banged it in. He kind of jammed it in, and it was 1-1. So up till here, like we're fine, right? We're doing great. And then Hughes gets absolutely dangled by Tavares, and then takes a penalty. On the ensuing power play, Spezza rips a slapper. Yeah, I think Demko should. No, it was a good shot, but I think Demko needs to save that. But I'm pretty sure Edler was screening him on this shot as well. I say as well because it's gonna happen later on. But yeah, a power play goal that didn't need to happen if Hughes could play defense a little better. Hughes is really getting um, manhandled defensively. He looks really bad. Last year he was actually, we praised him a lot. Canucks fans really liked his defensive play. It was underrated, but this year it's been really bad. So yeah, 2-1, and then the second period. Yeah, giveaways were just killing them. Actually, I have a notes section where I have just giveaways. I had a giveaways count, and this is like basically up to the second period. The third period had like, I don't know, at least 5, but I counted 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many is that? I can't count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think 9. 2 by Edler, 2 by Schmidt. Actually, Edler had a couple more. Schmidt, Horvat had one. Myers had a couple. It was just really messy. I think Besser had one too. But yeah, 9 through the second period, and then add at least 5. That's at least 14 giveaways, and that's not good enough against a really solid offensive firepower team like Toronto. Toronto's like my second favorite team, by the way. So uh, back and forth. William Nylander, one of my favorite players, had a really good game. So that was good. Where are we? Oh yeah, Marner with a no-look pass, no-look behind the back pass, behind the net, where he just kind of He's right-handed, right? So he kind of just slung it backwards like this, and then Matthews just tapped it in, and nobody knew it went in until the red light came on, I guess, and then that was 4-1. Oh no, that was 3-1. Yeah, that was a crazy goal, but again, Hughes was a little late for, challenging Matthews there, but I can't really fault us too much because that's just a really good offensive play. Then a great outlet pass out of the zone. I think that was Brody, and then Patan with a gorgeous saucer pass over to Spezza. Like that saucer pass, there's some saucer passes that are like just so good. It's in the air and it comes down right onto the stick, and Spezza rips it in. Honestly, I think Demko could have saved this one too, but he didn't. 4-1. And then Vertanen, who had a pretty solid game today, misses a wide open chance in front of the net. And then Pedersen had a breakaway. I forgot who sprung him, but it was a good pass, and then he misses trying to go far side. Can't really fault him. If that went in, we would all loved it, but just missed it far side. And then a great pass by Nylander from the left side of the boards right over to JT. John Tavares, it was a tap in, but that pass from side to side, I know the commentators, I think it was Ray Ferraro who said it too, but that crossing pass can't happen right in front of the net. I'm going to talk about what we should do next game and coming games. And then, again, power play not shooting again. There was like 2 seconds left. Miller had the puck and he passed it off. Third period, Spezza made Edler look really bad. What a move. What a power move. He went inside, cut through Edler's stick around Demko, and that was a hat trick because why not? Jason Spezza, 37 years old, gets a hat trick. And then Canucks are handing him the zone. Marner shoots from the point and scores with Edler screening in front of Demko. At first I was like, oh shoot, why couldn't Demko make the save? But I saw Edler was right in front, and Edler's a big guy. He's like 6'3". So I know Demko's like really tall. He's like 6'3" as well, but it's hard to see when your own defenseman is right in front of the net. So that was that was a 6-2 goal, sorry. Yeah, and then Canucks finally have a response on the power play. Hughes feeds Miller, and then he sniped it by Freddie. It was a nice goal. 6-3. At this point, I was kind of just nonchalant about it. I was like, oh, like nice goal, one at a time. I didn't really care about the defense because there was none. Yeah, and then I think that's it. Yeah, that was the last goal that Marner scored. Honestly, Demko was alright at times. Like he on the power play, because Toronto's power play is so lethal. He made some really good saves that I don't think Holtby would have made. Overall, 7-3. I don't know what to say. Good point. Something we did well. Here's another point. And the Hoglander line with Horvat was lethal until the third. You can't really do anything when your team gives up and your defense is just playing AHL level. And then for them, they were firing on all cylinders. Passing was so crisp and accurate. Like their saucer passes were so good. Their entry passes into the zone, their outlet passes out of the zone. It was almost frustrating to see. And then that second goal by Spezza was picture perfect. Outlet pass through onto Patan, left side saucer over to Spezza, just snipe it in. I looked at it, I was like, wow, that's a nice goal. Obviously, first star of the night was Jason Spezza with 3 goals, 3 points, 5 shots, got the game winner, 7 faceoff wins, perfect 10 out of 10. So that was my overall recap of the game. And then what I want them to do in the future, starting next game, is I want them to have, this is something I thought of starting like last or 2 seasons ago, is have a defensive system. So in away games, this is what I said. In away games, have a defensive system where you're limiting chances. So that means that Vancouver as a a firepower team offensively, that might have to come down. So I want to see more 2-1, 2-2, 3-2 kind of games. Honestly, 1-0, 1-1 is kind of hard to expect. So 3-2 or like 2-1, 3-1, those kind of games, keep it close, steady defensively, not make those terrible passes out of like into the middle. I saw Besser do it once, and uh, I got kind of mad. But yeah, have a system like that, and I think that way that it's kind of like Jose Mourinho's Tottenham. It's a football team, and his one of his tactic is parking the bus, and that's kind of what we need to do, because our defense is just not there. Nate Schmidt, that trade with Vegas, it was great, but it's just not showing. I think it's tough to say. I think it was fine. It's just our defense, our other defensemen like Edler and Hughes is getting exposed. Myers giving the puck away, and they're just not using their brain. It's really tough to see our defense like that, but a lot of it just has to go on Benning. In the off season, he couldn't sign to Foley. He let go Stetcher, Levo. We did get Hamonic, but he's injured. So something needs to change, and I think having that system against Toronto is gonna start one thing. Rest of the season, to be honest, I'm just gonna have no expectations. I'm just gonna enjoy every good thing that happens. Goals. If we let it in, I'm gonna just kind of unless it's a really bad one. If it's a nice play or nice goal, I'm gonna compliment it. Especially against Toronto, like I really like them. Against Winnipeg too, although they only scored one goal, they had some nice plays. So I think I'm gonna lower my expectations. Almost have none, because this team right now, it's in trouble for sure. And if we don't turn the ship around, then Benning's job, the Aquilinis, maybe even Travis Green, I think has lost the room. So that's really tough to see. After such a good playoff run too, last year making all the way to the second round, almost beating Vegas in 7, where Demko carried. That Demko, we've seen flashes, but that defense, it's not stingy at all. I think we really missed Tanev. I knew deep down Tanev wasn't gonna get replaced by Schmidt, because Schmidt's a little more offensive. He has good defensive capabilities, but Tanev's just like complete shutdown. Nate Schmidt isn't that, and we're seeing it already. I think that's about it. We're reaching about 13 minutes here. Thanks for watching, guys. I don't know when my next recap video will be, but hopefully it's soon, and hopefully we'll have better results to talk about. And yeah, peace, stay safe, and go Canucks go. I know this is clay mode, so go Canucks go.